someone makes a decision to go to war, right? If someone makes a decision to go and think about it, they use propaganda, they'll use a false flag, they'll use misinformation, control of the media, and get a war going that isn't really necessary. And how many people die from that, right? And so they just make this decision. They make this decision knowing that a bunch of people are going to die, that it could be avoided, but if they do it, it's going to be very profitable, and you can justify doing it. And so they do it. That's werewolf shit, right? Isn't that werewolf shit?
You know what? That is werewolf shit.
Yeah, that's the evil werewolf shit. That's the conniving, manipulative, all knowing exactly what they're doing werewolf.
That stuff. Now listen, I'm trying. Like, I think about that a lot. I do think about that a lot, and I go, that is the purest form of evil. It's almost like when we were in school, when we were messing around in school, but on a whole fucked up level. When we were messing around in school and you want two people to fight, you can easily get, dude, that guy calls, you calls your mother a whore.
Yeah, easy.
So your move's stupid. No, and then you get these two to fight. These guys are doing it on a fucked up level. But here's what's weirder. Even though you tell people that and you explain that, they still won't react to it, but they'll react to, like, we got the gun law. And you know what? It's my body. It's my choice. Yeah. They'll lose their mind like that, which I'm not debating, but it's amazing how much energy and how much planning will go into that. But when you realize werewolves, I like the term werewolf.
Yeah,
werewolves that sit and plot and think out how they're going to murder millions and then not only murder, but then, like,
steal the resources.
Steal and then take over and demonize.
And put little puppet dictators in
These guys deserved it.
You know, they'll
look at them wear their sheets.
They'll take out democratically elected officials and they replace them with dictators that they support.
Right. Dude, I went to, you know what it felt? Listen, this freaked me out. This freaked me out a little bit. So, I would do this bit with fucking Muammar Gaddafi, right? Muammar Gaddafi, and it was true, I did this fake bomb thing. And everyone always say, Muammar Gaddafi, blah, blah. And then I found out, because you remember growing up, that whole thing with Libya?
Yeah.
You were like, Muammar Gaddafi's fucking, he's a werewolf. We gotta kill him. He shot 6 missiles at a U.S. plane, and we fucking bombed him. And then Clinton came in, killed him, took him out, right?
Well, it was during the Obama administration, wasn't it, that he got killed? I believe it was when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State that they overthrew Libya. Is that the case? Jamie's gonna Google it.
So I see.
But there was like there's always some financial shit to these things. It's always like trying to get off the U.S. dollar or someone does something crafty.
Well, check this out. So, I see Farrakhan. White people meet like, goddamn devil, black guy hates white people. Whatever. They can't. They already write him off.
Right.
But I'm listening to him, and he starts talking about why they killed Muammar Gaddafi, and. Now, I'm dumb as a rock. I think you know that by now. Basically, he was saying, we're not going to need the banking system. We're not going to need your system, your dollar. We got our own. Everyone here educated. No homeless people. We pay for everything. We pay for medical. We share our revenue. And we're going to start uniting the whole continent. I was like, what? He goes, that's why they killed him. And he goes on and on and on. Dude, on my life. So last year, I went to Tanzania, right? And, I'm talking to the people there, and I just start going, hey, it was me. You know Vinny Brand?
Yeah. I
was with Vinny Brand. Brought him on safari. Dude, you gotta get. All right, so we're hanging out there, and the guy goes, I go, hey, man, remember, we're talking about a lot of things. We're talking about a lot of things going on in America, but one of the things we hit is Libya. Muammar Gaddafi, what'd you think of Muammar Gaddafi? And all of them They were like, oh, yeah, great African, great African, great African. I'm like, really? Yeah, we were told he was like this monster, this terrorist. Like we bombed him. We were like cheering that we bombed him. And they were, no. I said, why was he so good? He goes, he was good to all the Africans. He gave us education. He gave us water. He gave us all our needs. And if we couldn't get it here and we went somewhere else, we'd do it for him. He's very good for Africa. I said, what happened since he left on my kids' lives? This guy goes, Libya, worst sex trafficking. The worst sex trafficking. So that fucked me. So now think about that. We demonized this place, and we were told one thing. I'm not saying that's not what it was. What I'm saying is, like, what really happened?
Well, the first of all, the state collapsed, and when the state collapses, criminals take over. And one of the things that you saw in Libya at one point in time, although I did get some messages through a friend of mine that some Libyan people wanted me to know that Libya, the cities in Libya, have recovered. They're not like as crazy as they were. That might be national pride that they're saying this. I don't know. I don't know what the story is. Maybe they're much better. Maybe they're judging it on a scale or whatever it was. But there was YouTube videos of open air slavery. So you'd watch people bid on people, and you could watch it on YouTube. And that was in Libya. That was after they killed Gaddafi. Did you ever see the video footage of them killing him?
No.
Oh, you have to see it.
Dude.
When the rebels grab hold of Gaddafi and they realize they have him, and he realizes that they have him, and there's high-resolution cameras now, because this was like 2012, I believe. Somebody was?
Yeah.
Somewhere around then?
It was the end of 2011, yeah.
2011? You could get like high-resolution cameras. And so they're filming this guy who was a dictator for years, and they finally have captured him. And who knows who's funding them? How do they get the
Nobody
money?
knows.
How do they get the guns?
Who knows?
I'm not exactly sure what the conflict is, but I'm
Right.
just saying the video of him getting killed is fucking terrifying. Because there's a look in his face where he knows there's no way out of this. He's trying to figure out a way out of this, and
Right.
he knows there's no way out of this. And one guy takes a bayonet, like a big long knife, and shoves it up his ass. Just shoves it right up his ass while he's standing there, and he barely reacts. He's in such shock that he barely reacts to a knife getting shoved up his ass.